Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another StarCraft Brood War Remastered upload! That was a lot of words, but I think I got through it okay. Today it's going to be a game between Anytime and Beast here on Fighting Spirit. This replay was discovered on bwreplays.com by SoulGreat, an amazing and supportive subscriber of mine. And I really appreciate the work that he does. In the top right-hand corner of the map, we have the teal Protoss player. His name is Anytime. So sparkly. And in the top left-hand corner of the map, it is the red Zerg player Beast. So this is a battle between two Korean gamers. Pro gamers here. Beast has a page on teamliquid.net. He is, as of today, 22 years old. So he's pretty young, fairly new to the Brood War scene, and his opponent, I guess we should have been talking about Beast over here, the Zerg player, and his opponent is Anytime, who's a bit of a legend in the Korean pro scene. He is technically a former StarCraft pro gamer who played for Hwasung OZ, and he currently plays in amateur leagues, but his biography is pretty interesting. He's 31, and it says the StarCraft world was severely shocked after the finals of the Season 1 OSL, an unknown Protoss using the alias Anytime demolished the Terran player Emperor 3-2 in the final, and in doing so walked the royal road. Anytime had come from a troubled plus team which was lacking the financial support of a sponsor and became an eventual OSL champion. So he's got some crazy wins under his belt. He became a star overnight, associated in fans' minds with Dark Templar play, earning him the nickname Assassin Toss or Death God Toss. It is fair to say he pioneered Dark Templar openings for the new generation of Protoss. In addition to this, he became one of the Neo-Protoss kings along with old friend turned rival, Stork. All right. So he's up there with Stork. He's up there with some of the better Brood War players of all time. He does have the probe scouting. Not too much harassment going on, though. I really don't see any signs of that going on. It is a Forge expand from the Protoss player. Obviously no gas quite yet. Going to go for the Forge, go for some cannons to do with the early pressure. That is likely to come from the Zerg, and then get the expansion behind it. There you go. That is their Nexus on the way. Somebody said I can follow units by right-clicking on them. Oh my goodness, I can. They were telling the truth. Thank you, person in the comments. I didn't realize this was a possibility. Wow, that looks kind of weird. It looks like the drone's on a green screen, doesn't it? When I follow it like this, and then I stop, and then I do it again. Oh, that's great. That's so useful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Got a production tab, too. Thanks, Remastered people. People who made the Remastered client for StarCraft. Just, you are wonderful individuals. Spawning pool just now done, and the probe scouts, that says. Okay, so Lings aren't on their way anytime soon. I don't have to wall this off now. Definitely not. I do wonder, based on that biography that we read, if we're going to see the Dark Templar Corsair build, which is very popular for Protoss against Zerg and very difficult for them to handle. The concept behind it, as we've discussed before, is that overlords are all detectors, right? In StarCraft Brood War, every overlord is a detector by default, which makes going cloaked stuff against Zerg fairly difficult. Really difficult to do. But if you make a bunch of Corsairs for the anti-air, they can kill overlords very quickly. If they're all dead, then suddenly the Dark Templar are pretty much uninhibited. So that's the concept. If you can pull it off, that remains to be seen, especially if the Zerg player knows to expect it, and I feel like Beast is good enough of a player. He's probably been watching StarCraft since before he can remember. I mean, that's how long that's been going. Cybercore coming up there up north. I should have known that's what that was, obviously. Obviously. There's somebody named Sonic here who's watching. I don't know if that's... I mean, that's going to be an observer. I don't see any other players on the field. Probe scouting. Lings are chasing after it. Ooh, let's do this. Following this probe. The follow looks so different compared to StarCraft 2. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it's very smooth. Like, I'm not going to complain about it. It's almost kind of gross. Almost kind of bleh. Lair timing here, pretty fantastic from the Zerg player too. Actually, can we show time elapsed? Well, that's the replay panel. I don't know if we can do time elapsed. Whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. And expanding down here to third base in the south is Beast 2. So, you know, this is pretty standard stuff. We've seen this as EVP stuff already on the channel and in Brood War games for the past really long time. We're definitely going to be a Spire here, so a bit of a 3-base Spire. Not a 2-base Spire, as the third base is down here Not sure if that's been scouted or not, but check this out. Pylon coming up. Very sneaky pylon from Anytime in the bottom left-hand corner base, which is not too far away from where our friend Beast has his third base down here. This probe's still doing stuff. This probe's still doing stuff, and he has taken some hull damage, but not a lot. Is speed being researched? Okay, speed's done. Yep, that's why the probe died. Speed is finished. Time to move on out. Going to send some drones down to this third base and help saturate it. You'll notice we don't have massive amounts of saturation here. That's because you don't need to fully saturate your bases. You don't need to make a ton of workers to be viable in the mid game. Even in the late game, you're not going to see 20 workers at a base. It's just not something that you'd really do in the Brood War. All right, so Ling's going to try to pressure anything that comes out here. It is an immediate Corsair from Anytime, and working on ground weapons and getting a Templar Archives. Okay, so it looks very much like this is going to be a Dark Templar Corsair type thing out of Anytime. This constructing building is a macro hatchery here, the natural base for Beast. Is there any anti-air at all? No, the Corsair can just fly around free, but there's no Overlords to kill either. So it's a bit of a stalemate, as Corsairs can't do anything to ground units. But these Overlords are heading south, running for their lives, recognizing there's a Corsair chasing us. Actually, boop, I'm going to follow him. Oh, he stopped moving. Corsair pilot, no. Does sound like a dude. Does sound like a dude Protoss. Are you serious? He just about scouted this Overlord. Almost got a free one there, but instead head over to the right. This Corsair found one. Goodbye, Overlord. It's not an instant kill, but they kill them fairly quickly. It's more of a splash damage thing. Better against things like Mutalisks, as it turns out. You want to get Scourge. In this situation, Mutalisks are not the answer to deal with Corsairs, as I mentioned previously. Mutalisks stack up, and Corsairs do splash damage. So, Dark Templar. Oh, Dark Templar here at this gateway that was built. Oh, Dark Templar here, and there's no... Okay, there's detection. I lied, because there's an Overlord. I was in StarCraft 2 mode for a second. All right, so it does get a couple of kills here, not a ridiculous number. He's got 4 thus far, and he actually could probably force a cancel on this 4th base. That Beast is trying to get up here in the bottom left-hand corner. Little does he know there was a gateway here the whole time. And 2 Dark Templar are going after this thing. That +1 attack is done, right? Oh, there's the cancel. Very smart from Beast. And nope, no +1 attack done yet. This is a really long upgrade. Getting speed, leg enhancements for Zealots. They don't have charge. They don't have an extra damage. They do. And charge at stuff, but they're faster. And faster units are always better in StarCraft. Speed is of the essence. Dark Templar here at the... Oh, recognizing the main base didn't have any detection last time he checked. Dark Templar just kind of running around, going after the Spire. I mean, if you're not going to engage me, he says, we're going to hack away at the Spire until you decide it is time to stop me. And so far, I don't know. Scourge are out. But again, Scourge not great against Dark Templar. Overlords. Overlords coming as slowly as they can. Oh, Overlords, why? Oh, Overlords popped. That saved it. That saved... I would have been dead. It would have died, except that these Overlords popped out of that lair just in time. Wow. Okay, that was close. Zerglings moving out across the map from bottom left to top right, and they haven't really been able to do anything thus far. High Templar morphing themselves into Archons. Going to be some Archons, some Zealots, some Corsairs. It's not just straight DT. And actually forcing a cancel on Anytime's attempt at a third base down here along the right side. There just wasn't enough defense, and these Lings finally find a use for themselves. They haven't done a whole lot in this game. But attacking an Archon is not something you want to do, and the Zerglings do manage to get the heck on out of there. You can survive an Archon hit and a Cannon Splash and not die as a Zergling? Wow, you don't have any upgrades, do you? No, of course not. No upgrades at all. Lurker aspect being researched here at the Hydralisk Den. Gonna get some Lurkers, and there are actually a flock of Mutas. Remember when I said you don't want to go Mutas against the Corsairs? Apparently I was completely and utterly wrong. I mean, okay, fine. They do great if you can take them down using the Scourge. Big time attack, though, coming into this third base. Here come Archons. Here comes Zealots. Dark Templar trying to take down this Sunken as well. The Mutas trying to get rid of all of the things on the ground. Archon's pretty good against the Mutas, but not when there are this many of them. Pretty good split on the Mutalisks as well. And they do manage to get rid of the Dark Templar and the Zealots. It just takes them forever to kill Zealots, and meanwhile all of your drones are actually really dying. Alright, so cleaned it up, but lost a bunch of sunken colonies here. Some other buildings, a bunch of drones ended up dead. And at 71 to 68, total supply here. Anytime looking really fantastic. Really kind of starting to school the young kid, I feel like. Although still down a base, which is not great. Can these Lings take down this pylon powering this gateway on the left side? No! Dark Templar saves the day. The Mutalisks could have gotten it, but they decided they have something else to do. They're heading on up toward this natural base to get some stuff done. There are 2 cannons, 3 cannons in the vicinity of this natural. A couple cannons here inside the main 2, just in case the mutas decide to show up. They have revealed themselves. And yeah, these Scourge want to kill something. They really want to kill something. Mutas look really white in Remastered. Have we looked at these before in Remastered? I don't know. Either way, Corsair group is here. Ah, the Scourge getting some shots off, but not enough to kill all the Corsairs. And the mutas are forced to flee from this location. Flee! Flee, my pretties. They are faster than the Corsairs, so they can get away, but in a direct confrontation, they will absolutely die. So Scourge is what you want there. Scourge hits are definitely a huge part of the deal, but not enough Scourge. Bit of a mistake there from Beast not bringing enough of them. This main base, I think, would have been dead if those Scourge had been able to hit those dudes just kind of straight up. But as it stands, making some more drones, trying to replace some of the ones that died previously, is Beast here. And a lot of stuff going on up left here for any time. He is working on that 3rd base, trying to get that thing established. Cannons down first, just in case the lings show back up. Seems pretty intelligent. Is that +2 ground weapons? I feel like that's +2 ground weapons. What do we got here? Yeah, +1's already done, +2 on the way. +3 Zealots with leg enhancements are pretty darn terrifying in Brood War. It's a pretty darn good unit. All right, so here we go. Mutalisks here at the main base again. Are the Corsairs away from home? Ton of Scourge to come along this time. And there they are. There are the Scourge. No target firing there very nicely. And, oh, are there enough of these Corsairs? I can't even tell. They're all stacked up so crazily. Pretty good split on the mutas, though. And the Corsairs are forced to flee from the location. I think there might have been one left. Archon here trying to finish these dudes off. Actually, can I show health bars? Is there a way to do this? I guess I can show the game timer. That is something I can turn on. Let's display the APM, which we're doing that. That's fine. Do we not get health bars? That's annoying. That's actually very annoying. All right, so Zealots here with +2 attack and the speeds. Heading on down to this bottom left-hand corner, there are a handful of Zerglings and a couple Spines and a couple Hydras, but I don't know if it's going to be enough here. Dark Templar are trying to finish off those Hydralisks. Can't quite pull it off. It's a good wall. It's a really good wall here. These Zealots appear to not be able to get through. Can they not actually get through that little tiny gap? And it really doesn't look like it. The mutas are given time to get in here because, again, fantastic positioning on the sunken colony means not many of the Zealots can attack it at once. And they do end up dead, but buy some precious time for the mutas to come back. And this way, no drones end up getting killed. Does he still not know about this gateway that's up here? I feel like he doesn't. I feel like he doesn't know. Otherwise, he would have killed it, right? He would have definitely killed it. So we're at 3 base to 3 base right now, which definitely is going to favor our Apparatus player. Zerg Carapace being researched by Beast. This Mutaflock, I just don't know if this is your long-term solution, sir. I guess Lurker's the long-term solution. Good stacking here. Stacking up, hitting, backing out, hitting, backing out. Wow, big explosion on that cannon. Corsairs, are there enough of them to be scary? I don't think there were. The mutas didn't really want to take the chance, though, to find out. Zealots running on. Where are they going now? Possibly going for the natural base. There are, unfortunately, for him, a whole bunch of Hydras and sunken colonies here. Hydra's pretty darn good against those gateway units. Really just the backbone of the Zerg army in general in a lot of the matchups. Oh, here we go. Found it. Yeah, he knew about it because the Lings were taking down that pylon a while ago. I don't know. Finally gets rid of the gateway in the bottom left-hand corner. Does Beast. Kind of starting to come back. The mutas continuing to just harass these poor probes. What do these probes ever do to you? The answer is nothing. The probes did nothing to you except fund your enemies. Who murdered some of your friends. That is a difficult moral quandary, I would have to say. Singularity charge being researched, increasing Dragoon attack range. Usually you see that a lot sooner, but usually in PvT, oh, High Templar pick off. High Templar gets built and dies immediately coming out of that gateway. Bad time bearers. Bad times bearers. Can I see how many mutas this is? I can see how many mutas this is. It's 5. It is 5 mutalisks. They're all in various stages of injured. If you select them, it shows you how much HP they have left. And the answer is a lot of red and yellow. One of these is green, but that's not great. And they don't have tissue regeneration either like you see in StarCraft 2, so it takes a while to build that back up. Meanwhile, what is this? Archons in the main base, the massacre! Oh, the massacre. Wow, these guys have lots of kills. 21 kills on that dude. It is going to get taken down by a couple of Hydralisks, but wow, that was a massive drop Huge Archon drop. Burrowing a lurker here in case that happens again, I guess. Mutalisks flying back in. Flying back in. I mean, is that Corsair gonna... Corsair's gonna hold it off. Looks like shuttle. Sneaking on in. Is there anything in this shuttle? Yep, a couple zealots. Just checking to make sure that there's not a fourth base done for the Zerg player, and there's definitely not. But fourth base done on the right side. Well, temporarily. Pretty much the most of any time's army is here. Goodbye, hatchery. It was quite nice to know you. A lot of drones here dying. There's really no use in running away from zealots with speed. Okay, so still 3 base to 3 base. Did he force a wait. His zealots must have forced a cancel on this. So good job. Good job, dude. Anytime doing a great job trying to keep Beast on 3 bases thus far. It's working out extremely well. Sonic Storm being researched by Anytime. Lings trying to deal with this Zealot Dragoon situation. Very good against Dragoons are these Zerglings, but really bad against Zealots. Abysmally bad against Zealots. I'm going to say, like these ones, for example. Also Archons, super bad in that situation. And expanding down this right side again is Anytime. Actually canceling... Wait, that was a pylon. That was a pylon. But getting a lot of upgrades. Look at these upgrades. Adrenal glands, carapace, melee attack, missile attack. Beast is really in the full swing of things when it comes to the upgrades, as an Overlord dies there in the middle of the map. All right. I mean, it's 136 to 93 total supply. Anytime has a massive, massive advantage over Beast here. It might be time to end this thing, he says. He's going to try to go into this front. I don't know. The Corsairs need to focus the Mutalisks. The Zealots need to go after these Lurkers. Archon's here too. It's a lot of Lurker though. By a lot, I mean 2. Not a ton. And yeah, this is looking extremely well for the Protoss player. This natural base is in a ton of trouble. Great positioning on these spines though. Making it really hard for the Zealots and the Archons and the Dragoons to get in there. The target firing not exactly as good as you would hope it to be from these Dragoons, but that's okay. A bunch of Lings popping on out. I think that's what he needs here, except for the fact that the Archon is absolutely going to town with 12 kills thus far already. Did we mention that he has the +2 attack? +3 is just about done. He could have waited for it, but this is going well enough as it is, I would say. Lurkers look so messed up in Remastered. I don't know if they have like got a big old hood thing on their front. I don't know. Archon taking a lot of damage by those Lurkers and getting absolutely massacred here. Can Beast hold off? Storm going down. Takes 2 storms to get rid of a Lurker. Zerglings on top of Dragoons with adrenal glands. Pretty scary stuff, but the Dragoons do manage to survive. Trying to finish off this hatchery, which is just about to die. More Lings joining the party. The Lings do happen to have +1 carapace and adrenal glands, which is kind of a weird combination, but it's working okay. It's actually pushing back Anytime. And reinforcements. This is what makes a good player instead of a bad player, is reinforcements. The ability to macro back home so you have reinforcing units at the front. But guess what? Beast is also doing okay. Doing okay on this one. Making, again, Zerglings are the answer to these Dragoons. I know the Dragoons have pretty darn good upgrades. They've got +3 attack, but Zerglings are just better, more cost efficient in that situation. A lot of stuff dead here at the natural base. Got a glowing green Nidus network. I love that. I like the green very much. Is it? Yeah, down here at the south. Corsairs are just continuing to kill Overlords. Beast is at 76 out of 79 supply, and just continuing to lose them here. The Corsairs have upgrades is my question. They do not. Unnecessary. As it turns out, don't care about these Spore Crawlers. Going to supply block. Got it. Continuing to supply block here. This splash damage, these Overlords are kind of stuck together. They got to stop bunching up. You're taking splash damage from these dudes. The Corsairs are sacking themselves to make sure that Beast can't make more army, and it's 39 available supply for the 77 that Beast has right now. He needs to do something right now. I don't know what's going to happen. He's trying to come down and get rid of this 4th base of Anytime. There are cannons here. There's a Reaver here too. Oh, Reavers versus Lings is a bad situation to be. Oh, look at this positioning too. The Lings can't really do much about this dude. Archon's coming in from the backside. I think Anytime might have this thing. Feeling pretty good about that. How many kills on this guy? Oh, Reaver, stop making things. All right, it's going to make things, and then it's going to give us a kill count. How's that sound? How does that sound to you? It sounds all right, actually. Come on. Come on. Kill count. 5. All right, 5 kills. That was not worth waiting for. And it's 138 to 80 total supply. Anytime sending an army down ways, trying to pick off. Oh, an Overlord dies. Supply blocked again is Beast. Anytime is kind of messing with this dude right now. Kind of messing with this dude, I would have to say. He's got his 4 bases. He's very pleased about how this is working out. He's got his +3 attack. Defiler's out. Maybe some Dark Swarm's enough to make this thing happen, but the Storm's a massive problem. There's your Dark Swarm. It doesn't protect you against Psionic Storm, though. Dark Swarm, not amazing. Also, Zealot's pretty fantastic because the Dark Swarm doesn't make you guys unable to attack. It just makes your attack range to 1. And look, Zealots don't care. They're melee anyway. Just attacking in here. The Archons also have a very short attack range. Storm going down on that Lurker. A couple Storms able to take it out here. The Defilers, this is very confusing what's happening right now, but it's basically a lot of melee stuff here. The Dragoons aren't doing anything, but the Zealots and the Archons can handle it on their own right now. Natural base gone, and that is your good game out of Beast. And Anytime is your victor after 20 minutes. And 42 seconds. Fantastic. Just control throughout the game. Ooh, glowy Dragoons. Dragoon exploding gun things. That one's not glowy at all. It's not firing. I mean, that is just Archons in the dark cloud murdering stuff. How many kills for these dudes? Oh, that one's summoning. Yes, that one's summoning. 4 kills, 2 kills. Really, that's it? How about you dudes? 2 kills on the Zealots, 2 kills on the Zealots. That Zealot has 4. He's kind of on the front lines. What is... Oh, the Observer's on top of him. Anyway, good times. Great job here. The Zealots and the Corsair attacks especially were especially devastating to the Zerg player. Storm's a fantastic add-on, getting the Dragoons towards the end of the game to pick off the ranged units. And again, Psionic Storm, if you don't get it against Zerg as Protoss, you're doing something wrong. Doing something exceptionally wrong. So... Beast taps out, and actually, let's do this thing. There we go. Final thing. I like the music here. Takes me back. Really takes me back here. Score 135,000, 120,000 for the Protoss player. Obviously, produced 197 and killed 290. As far as units goes for Anytime, 417 and killed 108. That is not a good ratio for the Zerg player. Made 417 units and killed 108 of them. That is a major problem. Resources here. Yeah, just mined more gas, mined more minerals, and spent more money. That's a big deal. Despite the fact that Beast had a 342 APM compared to 264 for Anytime, Anytime just did things better overall. So, all right. That's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another StarCraft Remastered Brood War upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.